this is Diane with Diane's Wreaths and Florals again. Today we are going to be making a really cute spring summer wreath. And it's going to be a little birdhouse, and so we're going to go through this step by step. This I'm probably going to offer as a kit, maybe without the birdhouse, so we'll see what we like. We can also add whatever you want. I only have a few of these, but these will be put on, these are actually on my Etsy shop now. It's Diane's Wreath Shop, Etsy.com. If you want to go, you can go ahead and purchase one of these while they last. I think I'm only going to have about 3 of them. So I've got a special order that I'm doing now for a client. So I want to kind of go through this with you and see if we can try to do this together. Let me try to adjust my camera real quick, and then we'll get on with it. Okay, so here's another view. I think this is going to be a better view for us to work with. Again, we're working with these beautiful high-end, they're bushes, okay? And it's got all of these different pretty flowers in it, daisies and things. So I love buying it like this because, first of all, you get a lot of greenery in with it and a lot of flowers for the money. Again, we're going to do the ficus leaf, the light green ficus. And we're also going to do a dark green ficus, along with our wreath form. Okay, this is a 14-inch wreath form that we're going to be working with. Okay, and of course our cute little birdhouse we're going to attach. Okay, so again, like I said before, I'm going to do this again. What we're going to do is we are going to figure out first how do we want our wreath to hang. Now I've already cleaned my wreath, so we're all good with that. So I think I want my wreath I think I want my wreath to hang here. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I did is I put 2 pipe cleaners together, okay, and twisted them together. So I've got you know, sometimes these are thicker, and then I probably could have just used 1, but I'm going to use 2 just so I could show you how to do it in case your wreath form is thicker than my wreath form. Okay, so all of them come differently because they're all natural, so of course they're going to be different. So what I'm going to do is I bend it in half like this, okay, and then I'm lifting up my wreath, and I'm taking the 2 ends under it here, okay, and then I'm going to bring it over, and where my loop is, I'm going to take it and I'm going to twist around and around and around really, really tight, okay? And this also protects your door, so instead of hanging it from a wire, it's actually helps to protect your door from being poked and scratched and things, okay? So anyway, there's my hanger. I've already got my hanger done. All right, so we're gonna start from there. Now, again, we're gonna talk about our supplies you're gonna need. With this particular one, all you're gonna need is your wreath form, your 14-inch wreath form, the 2 bushes, and the 2 pieces of greenery, which will actually come into a kit. Okay, it is available on my Etsy page. Actually, the kit's not all loaded on there. I will have that loaded in the next couple of days, but the actual wreath itself with the birdhouse will be there. The kit without the birdhouse will be on the Etsy page too. Okay, so now also what you're going to need is a good pair of clippers. My clippers came from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to try to see if I can find some others that are a little less expensive than this, that are still good quality, and I can put the link for you there. Also too, for the sake of teaching, I'm using a regular hot glue gun, which I also got this from Amazon. This is AdTech. It's a good hot glue gun. I like to use a glue pot. However, if you're going to be just making a wreath, you know, for yourself here and there, this is a lot easier to keep up with. That way you can, you know, put it away, easier to put in your little, you know, your little wreath kit or whatever, just so in case you pull out another, your little wreath supplies, instead of a pot, because you'd have to use more glue in your pot. Okay, so anyway, so this is what we're going to be using. I also use the glue sticks I use are a high temp glue stick. These are good because we live in Florida and it gets very, very hot. So, you know, we want this is tolerant for that. So that's what we're using this for. Okay, all right, so let's get started. So the very first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start with a darker one. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to clip the longest pieces first, okay? So I've got 3 stems here, so I'm gonna clip 1, 2, and 3, okay? Leave a trash can, y'all. Just like that. Now, so you've got a long piece, okay? Here, let me move this out of the way. So you've got a long piece and 2 smaller pieces here, okay? So in your smaller piece, take one of the smaller pieces, and I only want 1 leaf off of this. So I'm going to bend this up a little bit like this, and I'm going to snip the 1 leaf off like that, okay? So you should have a piece like this and a piece like this, all right? Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Okay. Now, that's what you should have. Now this time on the long piece, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm leaving 2 leaves at the end right here. So I'm going to snip this 2 leaves up like that. Okay, so this is what you should have. You should have 2 on one, and then you have this one. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to go ahead and put these in, and then we're going to snip the green ones. We're going to do let's go ahead and snip the green ones. The green ones we're going to do the same identical way. Snip, snip, and snip. Okay, we got 2 here. All right, see it there. 1 here. Okay, and 1 here. Okay. Same thing, just like that. Now, okay, so we're going to start with our darker greenery first, and what I always tell you to do is start putting it together first to see if you like it before you start to glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my stem just a tiny bit like this, and then I'm going to place it in its place where I think I like it. So if I feel like that is a good place, which I will, but I want to go through it with you like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take my other one, because I have 3 of the long pieces. I'm going to work with those first, okay, in the dark green. So I'm going to stick that one here, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this one about right here, okay? And I am quite happy with the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead with my hot glue gun. Now, when you're dealing with a hot glue gun, you want to make sure that you put the glue on the top of the stem and go all the way down like this, and then twist it at the end. Remember, it is very, 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 very hot, and then you want to insert it into your wreath form. Okay? Now, you always want to make sure all of your leaves go the same direction. So we're going to go this way with this. All of them will go the same way. So again, I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on. All right, and stick it in my wreath. Here. And then I'll do the same thing here. Oh, no, I already did that one. Huh? Did I already do them all? Girl, please, I already did them all. No, I didn't. Okay, here we go. That one was stuck in there pretty good, wasn't it? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one here, like that. All right, and we're going to do the same thing, okay? Start from the beginning. We're going to do the same thing with our lighter green ones. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. Okay, I'm going to put one here. Okay, like that. Actually, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to switch these over. See how easy that is to switch them when you change your mind? Okay, that one, and I'm going to put this one about right here. Okay, like that. Again, they're all going the same way. Let's see. Actually, this one here. Yeah, like that, and then this one here. Okay. There we go. Now, all we have to do is glue those in. Okay, so, okay. If you don't want to pull them all the way out, you can also kind of pull them halfway out like this and then glue. So make sure you get a lot of glue on the stem so it will be good to stick. And then this one, okay, like that. Now, next thing I'm going to do on my top, I'm going to go in with my dark, my lighter green. Actually, we'll go with my darker green. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my two greens now. I've got those two, these two, and these two. Okay, so what we're going to do is where I have the lighter colored green, we're going to fill this all in. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put one here because I want to fill these areas in like that. I'm going to just go with the dark green first. Let's just go with the dark green first. I think that's best. Okay, and then I've got this one. We'll go here. Okay, and then I've got this one, which I think should go here, like that. Perfect. All right. Again, we're going to be putting in, you know, a lot of other greenery in here. I'm not greenery and flowers, so it doesn't look like much now, but it will. Okay, so we'll stick this in here. Like I said, be careful. This hot glue gets hot, 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 and it will hurt you. Now, what I failed to mention was when you go to put these in, do not put them in straight up and down, because if you do, it sticks out of the back, and it's going to scratch your door. These go in at an angle, just as an angle like this, like that. Okay? Like that. Okay, just like this. Another one, which is here. Good place, where are you? Here. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, I believe I got them all. If not, you just give them a little tug. If they come out, that means you didn't get it. Okay, then start at the beginning again. So I'm going to turn this back around here. So now I'm going to add in some green, so the lighter color green, and I'm thinking that I want to put a lighter color green about right here. Okay, pull that in a bit, and then I want to put another lighter color green about right here. Maybe about right here. See, this is sticking out. Let's see, let's go this way with it. Kind of bend it a minute, like that. Okay, that way that one can go about like that. Okay, oh, I like that a lot. Okay, and then we're going to take this one and put it here, about here. All right, so that's basically what you have so far. All right, so let's go ahead and put these in. Again, it doesn't look like much, does it? Y'all just wait. It is so stinking cute. I love this wreath. And it's very simple to make, and you don't need a whole lot of supplies with it, which is also nice. Very simple. It's kind of like the one that I showed you before. It was the, go back and look at that one. That was the farmhouse eucalyptus one that I just did a tutorial on. That's really, really cool too. I love that one. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. All right. I think I got everything. Again, double check yourself. You can shake it. And if it doesn't come out, you're good to go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff here. Okay, here we go. Now, okay, begin. All right, so now I'm going to set this to the side. And now we're going to go ahead and cut our flowers. All right, so I kind of pull all of these apart. These are what they call push-ups. So you can push them up a little bit if you want to. Makes them a little bit fuller. I like to do that like this. Okay, oops. And that always happens. You see what just happened? That happens. So it's because I pulled it too hard, didn't I? All right, so you got that. And then now, just to make sure that that doesn't happen again, I'm going to put a little tiny dab of glue at the end of this. Just enough to where you just put the tip of your glue gun on. Like that. It won't happen again. Okay? So, you got that. You got this. Okay, so I spread these apart. Give them the best push-up as I can without tearing them up. Okay? And that. Just go through all of them best you can. The most uneven they are, the better they are, because just like nature, it's not, everything is not going the same identical way. So it's perfect because it's nature, but it's not perfect as far as symmetry and, you know, us with OCD, me. No, but really, everything in nature is not exactly the same. That's what makes it perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. That came out a little bit better, didn't it? Okay, so all right, so there's that one. Now we're going to do the same identical thing to this bush. Okay, just like this. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and snip these. And I'm trying to get them snipped as long as I can get them, because I can always snip them again. All right, so I go the longest, and then, because you can always cut it shorter, but it's harder. You can make them longer, but it's harder to make them longer. This is why you need a good snipper. This really can hurt your arm a little bit, you know what I mean? Whew. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, there's that. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to separate your piles by your style. So I have a daisy. I've got a couple of these with some berries on them with the same color type flowers. So I'm going to do a little pile there. There's another daisy. There's another daisy. Daisy. This is just a pink one, so we'll put this one here. It looks like we got two of those. Another daisy. We've got some hot pink ones here. This and this. Okay. You're going to have some yellows. So some yellows in there. Okay. Here's another one. This one and this one. This one are the same. There's that one. This one. Okay. That one. Two blues. This one. This one. This one. And this one. Okay, so this is what you have. Okay, so you've got basically two blues, 4 yellows. Okay. You've got you've got 4 berries with the purple, and then you got one that's got a purple and a pink, which goes here. Okay, here we go. We got 4 with the purple in the berry, and you got 4 of the pink in the berry here, okay? So those are going to be the ones I want to kind of put in last. Those are going to be fillers, and then you've got 4 of the plain pink here. You've got your darker pink daisies here. So pretty. I love all these colors. Okay, and then you've got your white daisies here. Okay, very, very pretty. All right. Now, some people choose not to use the greenery in it, but you know, I kind of like it. It doesn't bother me any. I mean, I think the more greenery you have, different variations of it is great. But that's just me. That's what I like. Doesn't bother me one bit. If you're like, oh, you know, but if you're using the greenery by itself off of this, then I would say, no, take it off, because the other greenery helps it. So even in these daisies, okay, you see how I have some with this little stem on it here. So I want to kind of put those together. So this is just like these, it's got this stuff on it. Okay, and then I've got two of them that doesn't. So I'm going to start with these first. So here's what you're going to do. Get your wreath. Again, here's my top. I'm going to start with the daisies first. Okay. Like that. Actually, I'm going to put these over here. There we go. You guys want to do this. Okay. Now, I'm going to start with the daisies first. Again, you're going to lay them in there and then you're going to glue them. Okay. So, I'm going to kind of bend them up just a little bit, and I think I am going to snip it. So I'm snipping it off about that much. So my daisy is about like that. Okay, which I think that's a good. So what you can do is just go back through. If you want to make sure they're all the same snipped, you could just go back through and do that. You know, just doesn't have to be exact. Just, you know. Some of these are already. You won't have to take off some. Okay? So that's all you're doing there. Now, I'm going to start with my top first, and I'm going to insert this in. You see I curved this up just a little bit. So I'm going to stick that in there. So it's more like a 3D effect. Take my second one. So I'm going to walk, this is kind of started out in the middle. Now I'm going to kind of go towards the inside here. The inside of the wreath form, and I'm going to go over here to the outside of the wreath form. So you basically want to go in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, something along this line, like this. Okay. Let's see. Okay, like that. Oh yeah, it's going to be perfect. And like this. Okay, that and that. And what I think I'm going to do, bring this one in a little bit more, about right here. And bring him up here. The outside there. Bring him here. Bring it down a little bit. About right here. Okay, and then this one. Okay. Just like this. Just like that. Okay? So basically that's what you have. So now let's go ahead and glue these in. We got an extra one here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get all of these in. Which means, that being said, we can actually do these a little closer together. Which I love that. Yep. This one, this, okay, this one, the outside here, that, and this one, inside here, this, here, this is a good place for this one, right here, okay, so I've got that one, and now I've got two of these smaller ones, so I'm going to snip these, okay. I'll push them up a little bit, like that. And I think I'm going to put one about right there, that. And then I'll put another one probably somewhere around here. Pretty good. Okay, and then as I glue this, I can move this around a little bit. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take them all out and we're going to glue them. Like I said, if you have done this before and you're happy with where they're at, by all means, glue as you go. It saves you some time. But I want to show this in case you have it, and it's easy to pull them out. You see how I pulled them in and out, in and out, in and out? That way you could do the same thing. And that way you don't have to worry about, oh, I just glued that, and then you burn yourself, and then you got glue all over, and all the things. So, just a different way of doing it. Everybody does their own way. So, which is what makes wreath making so exciting, because when you have different makers, everybody does things a little differently. I mean, the concept is still the same, but the way that they do it is a little different. Ouch. See? Just like that. See how I got burnt? Sure did. I get burnt all the time, y'all. All the time. All the time. Yep. This one is not. Sometimes your weave, too, of your wreath forms, some of them are tighter than others. So if you have a looser weave on your wreath form, sometimes it requires you to not only glue, but to also wire it in too. But we're gonna, hopefully we don't have to do that with this one. This was pretty tight, so we'll go with this one. Okay, go. All right. Just gonna lay those there because these are completely arranged out there, like that. And again, you see how these are more like a 3D look, because I'm bending them up a little bit when I put it into the wreath frame. Okay. Like that. Look how pretty. Now listen, some people will be like, oh, I don't want all of that in my wreath. You don't have to. Listen, if you want to make 2 wreaths out of this, you probably could. I'm showing you the way I do it, and I like to use a lot of material because I don't like it to look like there's not enough in it. But however, if you like it, you don't have to put everything in. So let's say you wanted to do this and then maybe do a flower arrangement to match it. Okay, you could. Or you could make 2 wreaths. You know, you could use half of the materials, half and half. So, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now we're getting smart. Okay, so we'll do this. There we go. All right, that. Here's another one. This, let's go ahead and do this one. There we go. Like that. This. Okay, and again, like, see, this one's in here pretty good, so I'm going to just take it out a little bit. Make sure you don't, oops, I'm out of glue here, y'all. Okay, and another little tip, you just put a little dab of glue at the end of your glue stick and stick it in so that they kind of stay together. That way you don't have to worry about getting the other one going and all that. Just save some time. All right. There we go. Now like that. This is just too long. Okay, this is where we're at so far. All right, cute. You could leave it just like this, y'all, if you wanted to. You could get some more greenery if you wanted to make another wreath with just the, you know, with the rest of it. But we're not going to do that this time. Where's my flowers? There's my top. Okay, now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put in the pink. Again, I'm going to cut these. And we'll put one here. That. Put one. You got 4, okay? So you want them pretty much evenly spaced apart is the best you can. Come on. Come on, mister. Let's go. Said sometimes these wreath forms, I don't want you sticking out that much. That's where I want it. You know what? I'm gonna glue that bad boy in there too because it's not coming out, but I ain't gonna move him again. Okay, so I got that. This. And this. Okay, that. Now I got 2 more, so I could put, remember, we're going the right way here. Almost messed up, didn't I? Okay. This one can go here. That. All right, and then you got this one, going to be right here. Okay. So that's the way that I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue. Okay. All right, just like that. Again, it's giving it the 3D look, which is so pretty. And do the same thing here. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then this one, we do the same way. This way. Okay. Okay. Now, there we go. We got that one in. Right. Here is my. Okay, here's my top. Now, I want to go in with the yellow now. I'm going to do the same identical thing, okay? Do the same thing. Put this down, put this one down, these down, ouch, down, down, ouch, down, okay? Just like that. Go. We'll go ahead and cut the blues too while I'm at it. So. Stupid. No. Again, looking at this, I feel like I could use a little yellow here. Oh, let's do a little yellow here. Now let's just do them in between our pink. Very simple, like that. Now you've got 2 blues. Now you could do, since we're going to do our birdhouse about right here, because that's going to be the next thing, we could do the blues around the birdhouse, like, or do them to one side, or let's see, if we put the birdhouse about right here, we could put a blue one here, and then possibly a blue one down here. Be cute, like that. So it surrounds the little birdhouse. Okay, you could do that. That's cute, isn't it? Okay, let's put those like that. Or you just put a blue here, and then put a blue, I don't know, I think I like it around the birdhouse. Let's do it around the birdhouse, okay? Let's just do that. I'm gonna do that. All right, we'll go ahead and put these in. Yep. Put my one in here, like that. Okay. Let's go over here. This way. Here, this. See how quick this is going now? Because we know we already started it, so, and we know where we're going to be putting things, so. There, okay. Again, I keep losing my top. Where are you? Oh, right here. Okay, so this is the top here. So wherever you want to put, oh, something else you're going to need too is a little bit of wire, and I'll end up putting that in with the kit. If you get the kit, it's a little piece of wire for your little birdhouse. If you get it with the birdhouse, the kit won't have, I take it back, I'm sorry. The kit will not have the birdhouse. The kit will be just like this with no birdhouse. All right. So, and what we've done is we put this little sticker here on the back of it, here. This is like a little tag thing that you put on, use it with super glue. That way it doesn't come off. These are what we use to hang our signs and things like that on. Okay, so you got this one. I'm going to put in here like this. Okay, like that. All right, so we're going to take the little birdie. Now, in case you want to change this out, okay, you could do one or two things. I'm actually sticking this through the wreath form, but you don't have to do it that way. You can actually go completely around it, okay, which I'm actually bringing it back around here. Actually, I'm going to go around it because I want this birdhouse in here inside of this wreath more. Okay. About like there we go. I want him more over here. Sometimes they just can be tricky, y'all. Ugh. All right, there we go. Okay, now I got the wire, and I am going to try to pull this as tight as I can. So I'm going to flip this over, okay, and I am going to take the wire and really tighten it tight, okay? You don't want the birdhouse to come off like this, all right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip it like this, okay? Like that. Okay, just like this. Tuck it down into the wreath so it doesn't scratch your door, the ends of the wire. That. Now, I do have a couple little sprigs sitting out here, okay? Because some of my, if you do see this, go ahead and cut those off because you don't want that to be on your door, okay? Sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes, you know, it just depends on your wreath form you have. Will not allow you to go in between the grooves, and then you just have to deal with it, you know, so, but you just cut those off so it doesn't scratch your door, that's all. Just make sure you do that. Okay, I got that. Now, here's this. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, we could stop there, but no, we're not going to. Okay, so now let's go on with this one. And we've got 4 of these. Okay, and so now I want to try to find some empty spaces. I've got a little space right here I think would be a good place for this, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Anywhere you see that's kind of like an empty space, go ahead and put your little fillers in there, because they need to bury there. Remember to try to evenly space things apart though, okay? So you've got, again, you could just lay it there, like, okay, I'll need one for sure here. Okay, I'm definitely going to need one there, like that. And then I'm going to need one probably back here like this. So I have one more, which means it will probably go more here. Okay, because we've got other stuff too we're putting in. Okay, so let's go ahead with that. I got that one glued. We got this one. Look, that one's so long. Why they're coming out on the other side. There, that. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. Okay, it's like this. It's like this, y'all. Just stick it in there. Come on. All right. Kind of move it around a little bit. I can actually see. You can kind of maneuver that. Oh. Okay. That happens too sometimes, but you see, I know exactly where it came from. Just put a little dab of glue, little dab of little dab of glue on there, and stick it in there. That's it. He wants to pop out for some reason. Let's see. What is your malfunction, mister? Let's see. It's not coming out. Okay. Okay, so sometimes you got to use the pick machine. So in this particular case, I'm going to use the pick machine. Okay, what a pick machine is, it ends up looking like this, and if you got a stem, like I had to cut that stem off of there because of the glue that I was using, and it wasn't going through the wreath the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to put the glue on here. All right, and sometimes, I know not everybody has a pick machine. If you don't have a pick machine, you run into a problem, you can get the floral picks, and you can actually wrap them around with the wire if you run into that kind of a situation. Okay. So anyway, here's that. See, that one's laying much better now. Okay. Got one here. We said we needed one here. All right. So, all right, that looks good, just like that. So let's take some of this off. This glue. That. There we go. Some of this come off like this. And then like that. Ooh. That glue gets hot. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Okay, like this. All right, I got that one, this one, and remember we said we have another one. We also have plenty more, but we have another one of those. So let's put him there. Okay, right. Let's go ahead and put this one from there down like that, and let's go ahead and put him about right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Y'all feel free to question me or not question me, but asking questions or whatever. This is not a live, of course you know that, but I can always go back and answer your questions for you. Any of y'all want me to start going live, let me know. Do you think that that would be a good idea, something you'd be interested in? Or do you just like to watch the tutorial so you can do it yourself? Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to put him here because I think he needs to be right there. Okay. Just like this. There. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty so far, y'all. Okay. Love it. Okay, so I've got this piece. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going into this wreath, but look how pretty it is. I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and put these so I can get on with it. Okay. Now, almost done. Like I said, you could stop right there if you wanted to. And then, you know, I like to hold it up. Let's take a look. And I feel like I need a little bit of something right here, which is good. That's perfect right there. And then I'm going to put that one there. So when I held it up, I could see where I might need something else. If you get stumped and you just don't know, hang it up, go inside, get you a drink or do whatever, then come back out, then take a look. Okay? That's what you do. Okay? Now, oh, so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. I love it. This makes you smile. This wreath makes you smile for sure. So pretty. Love it. Okay, so now I got this one. Let's go, what do we want this one? Let's see. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, that's what I'm going to put it right there. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Right. This one. Where are you going to go? Let's hold it up. Let's see. Oh, I see a space right here. It's a good space. Let's go ahead and get that one there. I think. You know what? We might even put another one here like that. And then let's go ahead and hit it on the outside. Put one here. And let's put another one about right. I here. We don't want to hide our little birdie, y'all. Come on, little bird house. Little birdie. Here, you know what? No, I'm going to do it about right here, like that. And then I've got this one, so I'll figure out where I'm going to put that. Okay, so this, put these over here like that. There we go. And then I'm going to put this one going this way, like that. Okay, I like that. That's what I'm going to do. That way, it's not interrupting the little bird. Oh, shoot, the little bird house. This came off of this one. Ugh. See, y'all, this is what I'm telling you. You cannot get that out. That, once it's glued, it's glued. I mean, you can, but it is glued. I pulled this thing off of there. Kind of hard to do, but I did it. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to put him right inside here, like that. Okay, there we go. You can maneuver your flowers too, so don't be afraid to bend them and all the things, you know, to get them to manipulate the way you want. That is the difference between using a silk artificial flower compared to a real flower, because you can't bend them, not like you can an artificial flower, to get them to put them where you want them. So that's one thing to consider too. That's another reason why I like them, because, you know, they don't ever die, and I like that. And I don't know. I just think they're so pretty. But I do love, don't get me wrong, I love real flowers. They're so beautiful. But then they go away, and I'm like, I don't want them to go away. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and stick these in. Yeah, I can whip through that. Need some more glue. This. Again. That. Okay. Here. Just fluffing this up pretty good. Alright, I want to make sure I got everything put in there. So far, so good. Got to get this up. That one's in there. This one needs to be put in, along with this one. So I decided to put two of these, remember? Oh yeah, because this definitely needs to be filled in. Definitely needs a filler right here. Okay, sure does. Definitely needs it. Okay, so pretty. So pretty. Okay. Oh, and I believe this is the last one we've got. Okay, y'all, that's everything. Now, make sure you turn this over. Get rid of these little snips on the back of your wreath, like this. Okay, make sure you do that, like so. Anything that looks like it might damage your door, surely don't want that. Okay, and you'll have what they call spider webs from your glue all around, so you can clean all that up. But basically, okay, so we're fluffing this up a little bit here, and here we go. How cute is this? Y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this. Visit me on my Etsy page. It's Diane's Wreath Shop at Etsy.com. Order your wreath today if you want the one with the birdhouse. There's only 3 or 4 of these left, and there won't be any more with the birdhouse. I will be trying to get the kit also easy for me to say, listen in the next couple of days. Okay, so again, come and join me. Like and share. I sure would appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.